Okay. Amy Hennig's Marvel game, Heroes, reportedly already is discovered. Meister just wrote this in. Last week, to everyone's surprise, it was announced that Amy Hennig and her new studio are currently working on a brand new game in the Marvel hero universe. Little information was officially communicated about this new title. However, it could be that a large piece of the puzzle has just been found. The heroes at the heart of the Marvel game developed by Amy Hennig's studio have already leaked, and according to this leak, it should be about Ant-Man or the Fantastic Four. The information was revealed indirectly through the Fat Man Beyond podcast by American filmmaker Kevin Smith. That's from iGames News. Yeah, okay. Thanks for finding that, Ethan. So, Amy Hennig, famed for making the first 3 Uncharted games. Her departure was after Uncharted 3. Could this work? If you guys remember, Amy Hennig was supposed to make a Boba Fett game, right? 13? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was supposed to be her game. So, what do we think? I mean, a freaking Fantastic Four Ant-Man game? How's that going to go over? What's your take?
Has Ant-Man, I mean, we got a couple of decent movies, and he's shown up in the Avengers films, and it's been fun. Is he worthy of, kind of being the central character in a game?
Unless you're, like, minimizing and staying minimized, and, like, you have to fight, like, wasps or something, like... That's kind of the only thing that I can. But no, I mean that sounds pretty uninteresting, right?
Yeah. Ant-Man. I'm sorry, I'm not that interested. Fantastic Four, hard pass. Just on principle, just on how the last decade has gone for them.
Why do they consistently want to jam the Fantastic Four down people's throats? Why?
Because I think they think it's here's my 2 cents
right
on this. Go ahead, Maestri.
Well, I was going to say, there's a big fan base for Fantastic Four.
I know there is.
But in the last 20 years, it has been decimated by horrible storytelling, so that the Fantastic Four, in the Silver Age of comics, they were the I Ching. That was what you wanted your comics to, how you wanted your comics to perform. That was good storytelling that was taking place back then. It hasn't happened lately. And it just doesn't generate any interest for me. And I feel like there's a lot of people that probably might agree with me on that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mikey.
You know how you're going to get a good Fantastic Four, even Ant-Man Fantastic Four game? Give it to Rocksteady. They'll do it right.
Well, that's the thing. That's exactly where I was going is, okay, Rocksteady developing the Suicide Squad game, right? Mm-hmm. WB Montreal developing... the Gotham Knights game. Yeah, Gotham Knights. Yeah. We saw Crystal Dynamics try and swing and a miss with this Avengers game. They're trying to create more of these shared experiences where, it could be really cool to, like you're doing your thing as the thing on the ground and, the Human Torch is like up in the air in the same stratosphere as you doing his thing and like whatever, blah, blah. That could be really cool, if executed correctly. Yeah. What would be more interesting is if you did it Dragon Age style where you had all 4 operating on their own and being able to switch between all of them at different times based on what they were doing or being able to link those things together.
Well, I mean... They didn't even do that in the new Avengers game, and people still loved it. People said that, from what I really want to, I haven't got to play the game yet. I really want to play that game. But what they said is that they missed it, but it didn't take away from the experience. So if they focused on one character and did it all very well, I feel like that wouldn't matter.
Yeah. Well, and even having kind of like those Mass Effect moments, right? Like making it like Mass Effect where it's like, all right, Drax, come over here and do that thing.
Exactly.
Or,
you control, a Ghost Recon thing where you're like, you're a team.
Well, exactly. That's exactly, that Mass Effect and Dragon Age. That's what they do now. The same developer, right? Same kind of concept. Go ahead, Maestri.
I'm just spitballing here. But this comes back to Amy Hennig being involved in it. And because her name is associated with it and she has done some great work. You mentioned 1313 being a Boba Fett story. It wasn't necessarily a Boba Fett. Boba Fett was going to be in it, but we were actually going to be following a separate character, a new character in the Star Wars universe, as I remember from when I was doing some research in that game when it was getting some buzz. Her ability seems to be centered around taking characters that do not have traction already, that do not have an established lore. She is able to take those characters like a Nathan Drake or an unnamed Star Wars character and build a lore that we appreciate. And so I'm wondering if that's what she needs to be doing. She needs to be in some area where she can take an unknown character or a far lesser known character. And maybe Ant-Man's it. Maybe we just don't have enough respect for Ant-Man, and she can take Ant-Man and make him something that we really feel like is, BA at the end of the game.
Think about Ant-Man. He's got a mouth. He's kind of funny. If he can minimize and he's climbing on stuff like as a small guy, he's could be recreating
Nathan Drake.
She could be recreating freaking Uncharted and the MCU.
It's a possibility. Okay, so when you put it in those terms,
I could see it.
A little bit excited.
I could see it, especially think about the stuff they did right in the second Ant-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp with the giant buildings and stuff, and just the idea of the quantum universe, the quantum sphere or whatever, buying NFTs, all that. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. There's a lot of opportunity for a character like that. I'm excited to see more about this, and I thought it was worth mentioning for sure.
Yeah.
So
watch the space.
Watch the space.
We may be talking about that later.
I just hope they don't do the cop out of oh no, there's a big ant, or he's up against a shoe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Watch it be completely different. Watch it be a Spider-Man game or something, or
Could you imagine?
Or an Iron Man game.
It'd be so cool.
Man,
they
Iron
could
Man.
do a lot of cool stuff.
That'd be rad if it was Iron Man.
Yeah.
It's Iron Man and and that would be perfect because what's his face? Nolan North. Nolan North is Tony Stark in the Avengers.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't like Nolan North.
I was gonna say, but you hate Nolan North. So.
I don't like Nolan North. Yeah, but but Amy Hennig and Nolan North together again. All right, moving on. That about wraps it up for us here at Punch Counterpunch, ladies and gentlemen. We have a couple of things. We got some new games that are coming out next week, and that are out now, depending on when you're listening to this. Call of Duty Vanguard is out now. Forza Horizon 5, which is getting a ton of buzz, is going to be coming out the 8th. Grand Theft Auto Trilogy next week, November 10th. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl next week, November 11th. Knights of the Old Republic coming to Switch, November 11th. And have you guys heard of the new Elder Scrolls game? It's called Skyrim. Skyrim Anniversary Edition coming out November 10th. That would mean
I can once more take an arrow to the knee.
It came out on Xbox 360 and PS3, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One and PS4, and now it's coming out again on PS5, a new edition, more stuff to do. So,
what was the first year of that game? Was that 2011?
I think it was 2011.
1990.
Yeah, I think it was 2011. So, there's a lot of there's several games on the horizon. I'm most excited for Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, Pokemon and Forza.
Uncharted, the remaster hasn't gotten a date, has it?
No, it'll be out. I don't know when it's coming out.
Some point.
Yeah, it'll be out. It'll be out sometime. Probably, I would assume holiday. Probably
next year.
Yeah, probably. We'll see.
Put it in the books.
Gentlemen, we've been podcasting for quite a long time. How long have we been going tonight?
Over 2 hours.
Over 2 hours. My God,
I
had a lot to say. Nope, it's right at 2 hours almost.
Really?
Right at 2 hours almost. Yeah.
Dang.
There's a thing we do called the after party, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if I have anything left in the tank.
Nothing in the tank for me.
I'm pretty tired. I'm not gonna lie. Hey. Thanks so much for showing up. If this is your first time here, I would really appreciate it if you consider subscribing. It would seriously mean a lot. A fun fact for you, many YouTubers actually get most of their numbers from people who are not subscribed. So if you enjoy my personality, if you enjoy the content you've seen here, consider subscribing. I would seriously appreciate it.